Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. I just found out that dog catchers get paid by the pound. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Treasure of the Dwarves from Trick or Treat Studios. In Treasure of the Dwarves from Trick or Treat Studios, 3 to 8 players will take on the roles of dwarves as they attempt to bargain and bid for all sorts of gems and goodies in the hopes of becoming the richest player. Now, players will be given their own player screen with some information on the back. They'll be given their own bidding box. In the common area, you'll have a bag that will have the gems inside, different colored gems. You'll have some white gems out in front of you, as well as different coins in denominations of 1, 2, and 4. Now, each player is going to draw some gems from the bag to begin. You're also each going to be given one coin, two coins, and 1 4 coin to begin with. Now, essentially, in a 1 to 4 player game, there's going to be one seller, and he gets the 1 seller token. If you have 5 or more players, you're going to have a 1 seller and a 2 seller. And you're going to go ahead and hand these things out. Now, we just played at 5 players, so we played with both seller tokens. Now, how the game works is you're also going to be dealt out a number of cards. Now, you have different kinds of cards. You have display cards, which you're going to place in front of you. They give you kind of ongoing, persistent bonuses. But you're also going to have items that you can sell to other players. So what you do is at the beginning of the game, you're actually going to put out one of your display cards in front of you. Again, this gives you a special ability throughout the game. But then what you're going to do is, if you're the first seller or the second seller, you're going to pick one of your cards you want to sell. And this can be a display card or one of the items. And you place that card in front of you. And then what's going to happen is players can look at the first seller's card or the second seller's card, and they can decide whether or not they want to bid on it. Now, the first and second seller have to bid on each other's card, but you have to make a bid. Now, you put things in your bid box. Again, you can just put 1 token, you can put a gem, you can put any numbers in there, and you go ahead. As long as you have something to bid, you have to bid something. And you place that box in front of the card you want to buy. Well, the seller then, after everybody's put their bids in, he can decide which box he's going to look at first, and he can decide whether or not to take that bid. If he takes the bid, he just takes the money, he returns the box, and he gives the card to the person that's bought it. If, however, he sees that bid and he's not happy with it, he returns that with the bid inside, and then he can look at the second box, and he can look at the third, etc., etc. He can continue to look at those boxes, but he cannot go back and get a box that he passed on previously. And he can't shake the box to see what's in there, although there is a card that lets him do that. But generally, you can't shake boxes. So you don't know what is going to be in that box. And you can decide not to take any of the bids and simply put the card back in the discard pile, and nobody gets it. Now, once somebody gets a card, they can either put it in their display if it's a display card, or if it's an item, they can go ahead and immediately do the action. They can resolve the action on that card to, as I say, do whatever it does, which maybe let them get a card from the discard or the deck. It may allow them to steal cards or do other fun and interesting things. Now, after the bidding is done, the seller tokens actually move to the player on the left. They rotate to the player on the left, and then the process repeats itself. Now, as soon as every player has 3 or fewer cards in their hand, you're going to go to final scoring. And a lot of things are going to happen here in final scoring. First of all the coins you have are worth things. The 1 coin is worth 1 point each, 2 coins are worth 2 points each, and the 4 coins are worth 4 points each. If you have a display card in your hand, you can actually put it in front of you and use that to help you score as well. Each player is going to look at the number of colored gems they have, and if they have the most of a specific color of gem, they will get 15 points. For every set you have that contains each of the different colors, you also get 10 points. So you go ahead, you look at all the card abilities, all the points they give you, all the gems that you've got in the various colors and the sets that they give you, and whoever has the most points wins. Treasure of the Dwarves.
We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review.
Okay, so Treasure of the Dwarves. This is, I'll tell you right off the bat, a very light game. This is very light. It's literally just bidding. Every round, you see what the card is, and you bid for it. Where the magic of this game is, and where the really fun elements of the game comes out, is in the variety of the cards, because there's a lot of really fun cards here, and there's a lot of great decisions and choices to make with the cards, and so that's really fun, and I really appreciate that quite a bit. It's also fun too in any kind of a bidding game, and especially here where you can only do that first bid or reject it, and then you can't do it anymore. Kind of trash talking your friends. No, I'm giving you something really good there. You don't want that one. I want this one. And then just hoping that it's worth enough for them to take them, because the seller is also calculating, do I even want this card in the game? Because I don't have to take any bids. I'm not going to make any money on it, but that's a powerful card. Do I really want one of these jerks to have it? So there's fun stuff that comes up that way as well, and I really appreciated that. It's a light game, but it's a fun game. It's a short game, right? If this was a game that went on 2 or 3 hours, I wouldn't have the stomach for it. But this game plays in under an hour, and it's fun, it's quick, and it's just zany good times. On the Cody scale, I'm going to go ahead and give Treasure of the Dwarves a 7 out of 10. If you're looking for a light, fun game to start game night or a filler, this is it. Thank you for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us here on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, on X. We'd really love to hear what you have to say. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I would humbly ask you to subscribe to The Discriminating Gamer and like this video. If you really do like what you see on this channel, I would humbly ask you to click on our other channel, my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where I talk about history, books on history, fun things like that. I even post some of my lectures up there. Please, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to that channel as well. And ladies and gentlemen, if you do really enjoy this channel, I would humbly ask you to click on the Super Thanks button and leave a tip. Do you know why all the corners of a hockey rink are round? If they were 90 degrees, the ice would melt.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Sorry. No, I'll do a real one.
All right. All right. We're serious.
Yeah, this is so serious.
All right.